Hey guys, it's Ginger here with our first installment of Ginger Talks, where I give my first impressions and thoughts on community suggested topics. Today we're going to dive into Medieval Dynasty, an early access game I put about 30 hours into both on and off stream. While I'm no expert in the game by any stretch, I'll share my opinion on some of the good and bad things I've seen, tips and tricks, and my overall impression of the game so far. The game was released as early access in September 2020 by RenderCube and is planning to release the 1.0 version of the game next month. I describe the game as a cross between Skyrim, both in the look and feel of the UI as well as the usage-based skill increases, and a survival city builder manager set in the medieval period. For a relatively small hard drive size, the game looks really nice and runs quite well, though I will say that the level of detail on the tutorial hints leaves a bit to be desired when trying to learn the mechanics without looking for outside guidance. A few of my top issues or challenges with the current game are a lack of the ability to add custom markers to the map, so you have to explore and remember where things are, like mines or places to find certain animals. The fact that there are no details on the requirements or the rewards for a quest until after you've accepted it, and a particularly finicky and touchy hitbox system for melee combat. But on the flip side, I really love the updates to the management of resource production of the various buildings, as well as the overall settlement details, to help clarify what you need on a daily basis for food and wood consumption. The fact that you can automate basically everything in your settlement if you wanted to, and I personally like that it is early access, so we get the opportunity to see how the development progresses, but also provide feedback to improve the gameplay as well as the quality of life for us as players. For any new players, there are some tricks and things I've learned throughout my time playing that really would have smoothed my early game that I want to pass on to you. First, when it comes to building your early settlement, I'd take some time exploring the map to find a nice flat area, as it can be difficult to build and a little frustrating when you have any kind of hill in the middle of your settlement. Because if you're like me and try to plan out your buildings nicely, that hill can throw a real wrench in those plans. Secondly, you can do things like increase your diplomacy skill by romancing multiple women at a time, or your farming skill by building then destroying fields for extra skill experience, which can greatly accelerate your progress through the skill trees early in your gameplay. And lastly, I think it's worth knowing that quests and taxes are tracked seasonally, so when planning your building, looking at knocking out quests, or making money, remember that things will reset or update at the start of the next season. Overall, this is a very chill game that you can easily and happily lose hours in what I call the one more task rabbit hole. So if you're a fan of RPG games and have an interest in or enjoy survival and management games, I definitely recommend giving this one a go. I plan to have this one in my rotation of games to revisit as updates are released, as it may not be a groundbreaking game concept in itself, but I do like what they put out so far and see a lot of potential in what the devs have in store for the roadmap. If you guys have any questions on the video, looking for more tips and tricks on the game, or just ideas for more videos in this series, please feel free to drop a comment down below and be sure to subscribe to get notified when I update new videos like this one. As always, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.